Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your captain speaking. We are doing a captain's log. Otan and I have some things to talk about. We're glad you're here. We are glad that you are all here. Oh, look at this. Now that I'm not playing, I can just have this in front of me.
Snap.
Like
a boss.
Like a boss. Like a baller. Look how disheveled we are. Those were some crazy games we had, first off. Crazy games.
Super fun games. Yeah.
Really fun stuff. So, out of the gate, getting right into it. Not getting right into it. Out of the gate, 2023. This is January 1st, or was January 1st. Now it's January 2nd, technically.
Yeah, 2024.
But we're still in our first day of the new year, 2024.
Okay.
So what, 2023, what do you have to say about it?
I think it was good. It was good for me overall.
Tell us some stuff that happened, quickly.
So, this is my first full year of being married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, ups and downs, obviously, still, there was, some adjustment, but, I feel like towards, pretty early on, we kind of hit a really good rhythm of, oh, yes.
Yeah. We're just gonna pass out.
Yeah.
You hit a good rhythm.
Yeah, hit a good rhythm of just, figuring out just routines and figuring out the other person.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've been really good. And then, if we're talking strictly 2023 for Unmatched, also my first full year playing Unmatched. I kind of started playing 22, halfway through 22, probably in late June, early July is when I kind of started to, actually get into it a little bit. But I feel like I've improved a lot.
Yeah, you're beating me on the daily. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Just playing with you has been super awesome. We've both gotten way better. We're both learning every day, and
I don't know. I think I've gotten worse.
No, I think it's just relatively it feels worse.
Yeah, your growth has.
It's pointed out gaps in both of our games.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Cool. Yeah, I agree.
What about you, man?
For me, 2023. I think this has been... When did I start my channel?
This year, definitely.
I think in March of this year.
Was it? No. Was it March?
I want to say March. Is that old or is that late? What are you thinking?
It just seems like...
Dude, I never changed my shirts. That's why I lost the games. That's why Malcolm died so quickly. I didn't have the Malcolm.
You have Malcolm's face on your chest.
There's no question.
All right, asterisk on all of those games.
Zero even said, "Hey, nice shirts." I was like, "Yeah, thank you."
But he meant... No, he definitely meant nice shirts.
Oh, he meant nice shirts. He's like, yeah. He's probably saying, sleazy shirts.
Yeah, seriously.
But, no, it's... man, okay, well, any hoozle. Yeah, I think this is the first year of the channel. First full year of the channel. If I started in March, I'm not sure when I started. I should check that out.
I feel like it was after that, but
it was it's been really fun. It's been a really fun year of the channel. We're at 349 subscribers.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
For an Unmatched channel.
I think it's pretty solid.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Super fun. And the boggling number is 7 patrons.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Dude, when I first made that Patreon, I was like, who's gonna do this? Who is gonna pay me money to play my game and talk about it and do shenanigans? And I have all these ideas. I still have all these ideas. And I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait for 2024 because, I have so many tier list videos that aren't just like the regular tier list video.
Oh, art.
I cannot wait. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, so many.
Awesome.
And just got big plans. Big plans for the channel. And
you're going to try to post more regularly in 2024?
More regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with this setup, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do it.
It just takes me 2 hours, right, to prep what we need. an hour to prep if it's one video probably, compared to how many days editing, you know, like literally compared to, I don't know, 3 days at least editing. Which if I'm doing 3 days of editing, then I'm not doing my work, which means I can't be doing it, so I have to be doing my job.
This is just much more convenient.
This is so much more convenient. I can just pop these up in this. We can do it. It's live. I love interacting, the live part.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, so super excited. 2023 was awesome. My son is a year and 4 months.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
We built him a slide today.
Really?
Yeah. So we got a slide from Amazon for Christmas from grandparents.
Nice.
It was broken. It came without like the bottom side of the slide. Is the music going?
Yeah.
It came without the bottom side of the slide. So they're sending out another one, but we got to keep the broken one. So he's playing on that thing. He's a year and 4 months, and he is flying. Like he runs. He's gonna get severely hurt on that slide for sure. Like that's how I lost the front 4 teeth when I was a baby, because I took one of the slides, the ones that like you could actually take apart. I took the slide off of it. I stood up on top of the whole thing. And it was like you had to climb up, right? And then there's 4 walls, and I put the slide on top of that thing.
Okay.
And then I climbed on top of that slide.
And you slipped.
Yeah, it was just balanced by a 1-year-old or whatever.
Yeah. That's like obvious.
or 2, whatever I was. I was like 3 or 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
I stood up on top of that, slipped. My head smacked hard. I was fine. I was like, okay, I don't feel like I'm hurt at all.
You remember? How old were you?
I remember thinking, I think. I want to say 3, maybe 4.
That's crazy. Okay, 4 is like...
I'll come back. I'll get more details later from my mom.
No, thank you.
I smacked my face, okay, and I remember like the people running at me. It felt like slow motion. They were running at me in slow motion and like screaming. And I'm like, why are you guys screaming? I feel fine. And then like with my tongue and my hand, I felt movement, and it was a single tooth dangling and spinning in the air.
Dude.
And blood was everywhere. 4 teeth out of my face, across the room. Crazy. Okay, I got to wrap this up. But craziest part was we go to the doctor. Okay, and these are my baby teeth. So we go to the doctor. He's like, okay, I think I know what to do here.
Nothing.
No,
No.
That's the answer.
Right.
Nothing. What he wanted to do was put them back in my mouth. So they put them back in my mouth, hoping that they would attach. But they're baby teeth. Who cares?
You don't need teeth.
They put them back in my mouth with like this kind of braces thing to hold to make sure to see if they would work. They never reattached. So guess what? Handful of weeks later, now they're pulling them out, but they were sort of attached. So I had to get all 4 teeth removed
Again.
Torture for a child. Absolute torture. Absolute torture.
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
I would not wish that on your worst enemy.
Great story. Story
Thank
time
you.
with the captain.
Mitosis says, my brother punched out my first tooth. That's
What'd you do,
cool.
man?
How old was he?
Yeah.
How old were
details.
you? And you can talk to Mitosis in this camera if you ever feel so led.
Right.
And to everybody else. We'll get the details in a
Hello,
second.
world.
All right, so that's 2023. That's my recap. It's a good recap. It's been a good year. We are now into 2024. What's your resolution? Do you have one?
No. Actually, like, we were talking about that today at my parents' house. We kind of, on New Year's Day, we kind of hang out, just snack around and play games. And we all, like, we're talking, like, so did anybody make a New Year's resolution? We were like, huh. None of us made a New Year's resolution. It's red now.
Yeah, it should be good now. Guys, I apologize. That's a bummer.
Did it start again?
Okay, that's a bummer.
Is this one red?
Yeah, we're good now. We should be good now.
All right.
He says, we were both little and just roughhousing, got a little wild, and it happened. Nice. It's a good story. Okay, so this video is called Son's Origin, Unmatched Etiquette in 2023 for you and me. We just did 2023 for you and me.
Yep.
let's talk about Sun's origin.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
So,
Yeah, go on.
you want me to break some...
I don't want you to ruin...
I'm not... Okay, I know. Here, I'll tell you what I know.
Okay.
Okay. We obviously...
Wait. You tell me what you know is spoiling. If you know things.
Okay, no, okay, I'll be general. I know the names of the special abilities. I don't know what the special abilities are, so we can talk about what we think they are based on the names.
I like it. Let's do it.
We know who the characters are.
Right. One's a samurai, who's the O guy.
Okay, so there's Tomoe Gozen.
Right. That's the girl with the spear.
The girl with the naginata, which I had to look up what that was.
Okay.
But good, useful knowledge. No. And then one is, it's Odo. It's like Ode
yes.
Nobunaga. I think it's
that sounds good.
Ode Nobunaga, I'm pretty sure is what his name
and he's
is.
a samurai guy.
He's like a samurai.
And a true guy. A real guy.
I think both of them,
okay,
pretty sure, are real.
I couldn't find things about her, but I found stuff about him.
We know sidekick status of Ode.
So here's what I'm guessing. She's a solo fighter. He has guys.
I think he has multiple sidekicks.
Okay, because I believe in the art, it's him, and then behind him are like his men, like in shadowy figures next to him. So that's what I'm basing it off of.
Well, if he's a samurai, I think he might have even been a daimyo, which is like a lord samurai.
Zero thinks Oda was way cooler. Okay.
Oh, he playtested?
Oh, Mitosis has playtested. They both playtested.
Ooh.
So this is cool because Mitosis says Tomo is the sickest.
Okay.
And Zero says Oda is way cooler.
Okay.
Which means
this will be
we're going to love them both.
So that's actually a really interesting discussion. So based off of what we know about the fighters that Zero prefers,
I was going to say that. So I'm going to guess Oda is going to be balanced, potentially. Right? Like really like a very...
positioning focus.
Sure.
Sure.
He's going to be versatile, right? He can go either fatigue or he can go aggro.
Mm-hmm.
Mitosis loves Tomo, so she's just going to be aggro.
You think so?
Yeah, shot out of a cannon, just in your face all day.
I mean, I think that's the idea, too. Is like, they're both Japanese folklore, and I haven't looked at the folklore yet, but I thought we could if we wanted to on the stream. But like, I'm assuming he's gonna have like an army, and she's gonna have to she's trying to take down this daimyo, like Japanese lord, and she's like
has to fight her way through all these all these samurais who are willing to give their life for him.
And she's trying to take out Ode, who's like oppressive, maybe. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. It'll be really cool.
I cannot wait.
So, yeah, there's special abilities too.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I know Ode's is Master Strategist.
Okay.
Which makes sense also that Zero prefers that, because it sounds like it's going to be heavily based on maybe positioning.
Yeah.
I mean, let me look it up.
Wait, his is called Master Strategist.
The name of his special ability is...
Dude, you be careful.
I am.
You're gonna find...
Ode's sidekick or sidekicks are named the Honor Guard. So I'm assuming multiple people.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, Oda's special ability is called Master Strategist, and Tomoe's special ability is called Attack of Opportunity, which sounds really cool.
That sounds like there's a game where you can attack and bounce behind him. I feel like she's gonna attack and then she can...
Tomoe does not have any sidekicks.
She can attack and reposition or something like that, where she can move through. It's a spear. She can move through somebody. She could stab through and charge through them. I wonder if that's it. I mean,
there might be more information.
When you that wouldn't be very useful. But you can swap places with the person you attack.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, you attack them, but that would be pretty useless in a 1v1 unless you're gonna go for a pin. You could easily go for pins then. I don't know. His Master Strategist. I'm thinking.
Man, I think it's going to be based off of like zone control, right? He's
Oh,
going to be
Zero.
trying to control the battlefield. Did
Zero.
he spoil?
Well, no, he didn't spoil.
Oh,
Like a scumbag
Zero.
dropping that on us.
Oh,
Oh, Zero.
so good.
Zero, put in a please. Zero, listen. Put in a word, okay? I've tried. I've tried.
Guys.
How do I get the sets? I'm poor. I'm giving you guys the content. Any hoozle. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, maybe we gotta make it out of group stage. I know you have.
I mean, yeah, I did. This is true.
You did.
This is true. Top 16.
Yeah.
It was actually that I finished top 16 and then they started giving me some stuff. So
Maybe that's it. We gotta prove ourselves.
Prove ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Any hoozle. Side note. For you guys, okay, this is for you guys. Best samurai movies that can get you hyped for.
Ooh, fun.
Okay. I have a lot, so I want you to give yours if you have any first, because I have many. I just thought of this too, but I'm just going through my brain. I've got a handful that would get me super excited about.
Okay. I have
the set.
Two off the top of my head. Real quick, I think Oda's ability is probably going to be based off of positioning and zone control in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, what's her name's Tomoe Gozen is going to be like, attack of opportunity sounds to me more like the timing of your attack.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like a first or second action attack, maybe based on which action it is.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first action, maybe add +1 to the value or something.
That's not great.
It's not great, but it could be, I don't know, something along those lines. It sounds to be more like a timing thing, which is interesting because that's a concept we haven't really seen in Unmatched. Is like,
well,
some cards maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name?
Stuff of movement, not his action, but also.
Well, if you've maneuvered, then it's based.
But you can move first action and attack, based off of the number action that it is. The only one that I can think of is Muldoon, and I say if this is your and maybe Bullseye if this is your first action.
Dude, when you took Muldoon, I would have played him tonight probably.
Yeah, I'm glad I did. But the two movies.
Yeah, movies.
Last Samurai, obviously.
Of course. So good. Guys, if you've not seen Last Samurai, you got to watch Last Samurai.
Really good.
Absolutely incredible movie.
Oh, 3.
Okay.
Sort of. Sort of. The last one is asterisk. 47 Ronin. Not great.
Why did you just
But
say
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Please literally erase that from your memory, guys. I'm sorry he said that on the channel. We're going to have a talk afterwards. I am so sorry he said that on the channel. I apologize.
We're not having a talk after. Against 47 Ronin.
Everything. It is awful.
It's meant to be like a legend.
It should have been better.
You're right. I 100% agree.
It's
but
so
if you're into
bad.
like samurai stuff.
I'm so into samurai stuff. It was awful.
I'm super into samurai stuff too.
Good.
That's super cool.
I'm more into
samurai.
No, I'm not. I mean, you googled Oda.
There's some good moments, good samurai moments, but the Wolverine. There's some good samurai
Yeah,
moments.
I see that. Okay.
But it's not like a samurai movie.
Yeah. I love how Black Panther's just here repping the channel.
Dude, for some reason, my mind is blanking. I know what. There's one more that I really liked. Say some.
Say something?
No. Say some samurai movies.
Okay. All right. So my favorite, the ones that you guys need to go out and watch right now. Okay. First off, go burn every copy of
47 Ronin.
All right.
Just stream it. Don't buy it.
Stream it for free. Sure. Go watch it.
But don't buy it.
You will not get that time back. I'll just say that. All right. Movies to watch. Last Samurai.
Top tier.
The next one would be. Oh, these are so good. So you got Harakiri.
Never seen
the old one, black and white, and you have Harakiri, the new one, and the new one is visually better. And there's some things they do in the store. The old one fixes the things the new one does poorly, and is a better movie. So you have to watch both of them. I think you got to watch. To really appreciate, if you watch this, we watched the new one first. If you watch the new one first, it'll blow your mind. If you watch the old one first, what would that be like? You might not like what they do in the new one as much. Watch the new one first, and then go back and watch the old one because you'll appreciate what the old one does. I think actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I think the old one cleans up the story a little better, and then the new one just has like cooler things that they do and better filmed.
That's on my list.
Better filmed. The old one's filmed incredibly as well, but the new one just, it looks a little cleaner. So that's Harakiri. Another movie, 13 Assassins, really fun, awesome movie. That's directed by Miike. Tadashi Miike, something like that. I forget. But really good, awesome. Seven Samurai, also really good.
That's also on my list. That's the other one that I've.
That's a classic. 13 Assassins is really good. He's one in that movie. That's the worst villain I've ever seen in any movie. Is in 13 Assassins. He is the most evil person you will ever see on screen.
Let's watch it. Not because of that, but
do you guys have any? Thank you, Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain. Thank you.
It's terrible.
47 Ronin. Garbage.
I watched it, I think, on a plane.
He said 47 Ronin takes a true, horrific, and deep story and throws it in the trash.
Yeah.
Chocolate Rain, speaking the truth. Thank you, Chocolate Rain. By the way, we finally lose a game. I don't know why we're still trying to win games. We're just ruining our draft position, but that's neither here nor there.
What? What are you talking about?
Pats. So, all right. There's some other movies. Red Cliff, really cool. Not so much samurai, but it really fits with the thing. All right, sorry.
It's 25 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So, movies. Sun's Origin. I'm good on that. You good?
I'm good on Sun's Origin. I'm super excited for the set, especially now. But yeah.
All right. The next thing we have to get to is Unmatched Etiquette, which I bet a lot of people are wondering, what is Unmatched Etiquette?
Okay.
I wonder if people are even thinking about it. So I want you right now, because there are so many things that drive me nuts. And I think this video can help people who are playing to maybe have an awareness that they didn't have before of like some things that can drive people nuts. And guys, in the chat, let me know, what are the things, this is for everybody here, what are the things, you can have as many as you want, that just really get under your skin? The things that people do when playing online, whether it's TTS or Vorpal board, what are the things that people do that get
to Vorpal and TTS? Because obviously, etiquette in person.
Well, there's some etiquette in person as well.
Sure, but
yeah, it can be, for most people out there, it's going to be...
the communities mostly.
It'll be online, right.
And yeah, etiquette being politeness. And things
Yes.
that, let's say, also, things that you expect from the other person, and then things that you appreciate when they do it.
Yeah.
So, just let the chat cook a minute.
By the way, that's me, Chocolate Rain. Courtney Horner is my wife. This is her account. I'm talking to you. So, etiquette.
So let's talk about let's just go through the process of what should happen. And then as we go through the process, we can say these are ways they might deviate from it. And
really be helped by... Think of it like this. If you were sitting across the table from somebody and they did some of the things that happen in TTS, how would you feel? For me, that's like the thing, right? Number one.
You go.
Number one. This is not the biggest thing, but this is the thing that most stands out to me, which is don't touch my stuff.
Okay. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Don't grab my pieces. Don't shuffle my deck. Well, shuffling my deck, it depends. If it needs to, is needed because otherwise you can't really know if it's shuffled.
Sure.
So Vorpal, fine, shuffle each other's decks.
TTS,
you can see what's happening, right?
Right?
Don't shuffle my deck. Don't take my cards. Don't move my things. Don't. If you kill a minion, a sidekick,
don't take him off the board.
Don't take him off the board. He's my
Let him do
sidekick.
it.
Okay, he fought for me. He worked hard. He died. Let me clear the body. Okay, let me clear the battlefield.
Let him mourn his death.
Yeah, I have to do it in my own time. Okay. All right. There's some people that are very, very quick, and just like, I'm like, all right, you gotta chill out, otherwise I gotta go.
One exception, and this is after you. I really appreciate when they say, "May I?"
Oh, absolutely. Be a gentleman about it.
Right?
100%.
When you are doing the whole ambush, right? Something like that, random discard, right?
Right.
You shuffle up your hand.
Now you're taking a card out.
You say, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
You wait for them to shuffle up their
Right.
hand too. You don't just go and do it.
That's good. That is an interaction that is them coming and taking your Black Panther, taking cards out of your deck.
Mm-hmm.
Some people I think they think it's fun for me to take it out of their hand, out of their deck. So
Sometimes
it seems like they want me to do it, and so they'll say, "Yeah, you can take 2." And I'll say, "Okay." And it's like this moment, right? I can take their cards.
It hurts more, definitely.
It hurts more. I take their cards, and they're like, "Oh, that could have been mine," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay, so that's a big one.
Yeah.
Don't touch other people's
my stuff.
things.
How about yours? What's one that comes to your mind?
Definitely only once, but I've seen it happen before, where if it's not someone who you're like really close with or like good friends with, I played against like some random dude, and then after the game he beat me, and after the game he posted about it. About like he was like destroyed this guy or something like that, and I was like, don't do that. Mm-hmm. You know, like we had a good game, you know, like
right.
But like don't do that. Like
yeah.
And it wasn't like he won in a landslide or anything, you know. Yeah. And it wasn't even like it was just ladder. Like it was a ladder game. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like
here's a question.
Just say GG, you know.
Here's a question. Was he American? It's an actual cultural difference. Maybe. I've noticed that, right? Huh. And in America, we don't do that. We don't say that. It's rude. We try not to be rude, right? We try not to brag. We don't want to say something that's going to put someone else down. In other countries, and it's not just Russia. There's a lot of other countries. I think most other countries, it's not rude to do that. I know all the time, and they'll just go up and say like, "Oh, your face is ugly." They don't mean anything by it.
They're just being
just
factual.
Like, "Oh yeah, this is a fact. Hey, your face is ugly," and they'll say it to people like, "Why would you say it to that person? That's so rude." No. He knows his face is ugly. And they're like,
That's so crazy.
And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, look, I have a big head. And like, they'll talk about themselves and it's just, and they're not being mean. They're not offended when other people do it. It's just like, hey, here's my thoughts.
Like, oh, you're right.
Yeah. So I think that same kind of mindset.
Yeah.
If you're not from America in the chat, let us know. Are you offended when someone does that? When someone says something that's like, for us, it's rude to be like, yeah, I just beat this guy. I just destroyed you.
Yeah, but he like it was the fact that he posted it to like brag to your friends. Put me down to your friends, like brag about it. Like that's awesome, you won a game. But like posting it in the group, like I don't know. And if it's a cultural thing, I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. You know, like I've got some Russian friends and Ukrainian friends, and and Japanese friends hurt people's feelings. Right. But etiquette-wise, I would say that's not, like in general, the community, that's not super nice.
Unless you are Hat Chowder.
That's
dude, when I first got to the Discord, I remember my first game. Like I played, I lost, and he said, "What happened?" And I was like, "Okay, I guess this guy's asking me to tell him about the game and like why I lost." And I was like, "Yeah, here's what happened." And then he said, I think he just said like, I forget how it went, but I was so frustrated by it.
Well,
I didn't get that.
I didn't get that it was a thing.
I didn't know that was because you don't know it's his thing until you find out it's his thing, right?
Right.
When he did that, I was like, "What's this guy's
Screw this
deal?
guy.
Why is this guy?"
I have one more thing as well.
Okay, go.
Little thing. So after the game, in the post-match, typically if you're talking with somebody after the game, telling people, I hate it when people try to tell me how to play their character in a way that's like, you suck, like you should have done this. Like if they ask and say, hey, would you want maybe like, I have a couple pointers maybe if you're open to hearing them, you know, then like, sure, yeah, I want to get better at the game. And especially if there was like some clear glaring mistakes.
Right.
But, like,
or if you think, yeah, this person's definitely better than me because of whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I would say it's better to let the person approach you and say, hey, do you have any advice?
Yes.
Right? Rather than saying, hey, can I tell you what you did wrong?
So Quantz, we were just talking about how what he does is he got better because
he got better really fast.
Real quickly, because he asked, oh my gosh. Yeah, he asked for advice.
After every game.
Asked for advice. Hey,
even if he wins too.
Right. What can I do? What can I do to get better? So he got better really quickly doing that. So Mitosis, his thing is good timer control. Yeah, good timer control. So
definitely.
Yeah, he said not spending your whole life's length planning out the next 5 turns during a combat pause. Yeah. Oh, I
during
can't
combat
stand
pause,
it.
it's definitely huge. That's so frustrating.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
I lost one of my games in the tournament.
I know who it was. We talked about it.
Yep. But we're not going to mention
We're not going to do that because that's mean.
Yeah, that's etiquette.
Yeah.
I lost one of my games because during the defensive, during the time, right? Okay, they've taken the entire time. They literally used their entire timer to decide what to do.
It wasn't Darkblade. We will say
on offense. It was not Darkblade.
It's not Darkblade.
They used their entire turn on offense to plan out their move,
mm-hmm.
and then I attacked.
Yeah, and then during the combat,
they used the entire. Sorry, reverse that. I attacked. They used the entire. They used 10 minutes plus to plan out their thing. And then they used their entire turn on their turn to do it. It was something like that.
Super frustrating.
It was so frustrating
because there's no combat timer.
There is no combat timer on defense.
I don't know how you fix that either. A separate timer that just seems so clunky.
Yes, just separate timer, done, fixed. But it's okay. How's it sound, guys? Does it sound okay? Can you hear me?
Not amazing. But...
It's probably not great. But can you guys hear me? I hope we're not just talking to nobody.
That'd be hilarious. We're just talking.
You can turn these off now, by the way.
Okay.
These are doing nothing. All right, so we got 20 minutes.
All right. We have how many more topics? One?
Yeah, that covers etiquette pretty well. There's more things on etiquette I want to talk about.
There are, yeah. But I think those are the big things.
Those are the big ones.
When you're hosting, just be, helpful and, provide as much as you can. Promote the person on TTS so that they can control stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a minor thing.
Yeah.
But in general, just common courtesy, be polite.
Just think about the other person.
Don't touch other people's stuff.
Don't touch people's stuff.
That's a big thing.
Another small one for me, I literally have stopped playing. If you don't have audio, if we can't talk, I can't play with you. Because
I love that you're trying to play, but it's really frustrating.
Right.
Because they're just typing, they're like, no.
Dude. And that's if right, you can't the emotion behind it. You can't read the
mm-hmm.
What's their mood? What are they saying? What do they mean when they're saying this one little word here?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's so bad when
it leads to the touching other people's stuff too.
It does exactly
because you make a play, right? Maybe you make a play mistake,
but
right?
You don't know it.
You don't, and then they take your minifig and then
you're like, "What are you doing?" So you got "What are you doing?" And you got it. And then
they do it again.
And you just pause and you type out what just happened. It's awful. I can't do it. I'm done playing without mics.
The guy that I played that posted in the chat, it was a no mic game. He was like, sorry, my English isn't good or something.
I can't.
And I was like, I can't just...
Yeah, I love when they try... if you're...
Sure.
If you're not American and you're trying English, I will gladly talk with you and we'll struggle together.
Yeah, it's
way better than...
It's better than no audio.
I want to teach you as much English as you want. Hey, you want to practice?
Or not. Awesome. You can at least say everyone knows yes, no.
Yeah.
Every single person on the
planet. No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Okay, not people in Papua New Guinea.
I don't know how to say yes, no in every language. I only know English.
Okay, but most people know yes, no in English. Most people.
Yeah, but how can
you have a computer
but how can they understand
and you're playing tabletop
Okay, I'm not with you on that, because how can they understand what you're saying if they don't know what you're saying?
Well, I know yes in Russian is da and no in Russian.
Okay, but if someone asks you a question in Russian, what are you going to say? Da or you say yes or no in
Well,
If
you
you
can
can answer the
say
question.
you can like move. Everyone knows okay too. Okay is really commonly said, so you can say you can make a move or like do a thing and say okay. They say yes or no.
Right. Okay. You're just trying to say it can be easier than it is.
It's still having the option to have that small bit of audible communication, because you can also say when the person goes like
yeah,
or like is like upset by something that happens.
right.
I don't know. Let's move on though. We got 15 minutes. Let's talk about where you.
Yeah. Go for it. We can do that. That'll be the last thing we can talk about.
Yeah. Because we have limited time, and I'm
So,
super tired.
Top 10?
Yeah, let's do top 10.
We'll try to get through top 10 and 15. There's no chance. Top 5.
Top 5 cards. Top 5. Do we want to say most busted cards or like best cards in the game?
No. Your favorite 5 most powerful cards.
Okay, that's
or no, not powerful. Just what are we doing?
I thought the idea for me that I had was let's do the top 5 or 10 or whatever the strongest cards in the game, meaning most busted, most broken, game-winning cards, have the most potential, the most use. That
within the deck considered.
So if it's a shared card, right, which I don't know how many will be because most shared cards are not like super impactful.
Yeah, no.
Like Skirmish is a really good card, but it's like it's not a game.
For this conversation, doesn't even breach the surface.
Right.
It's not even. It.
Yeah. So
let's just list off right now. Let's just list off all the cards, because I think there's a lot that are busted, that are massive,
cards
within the deck as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's an example of a very strong card, a very strong card that is not busted, because of the.
But still the strongest cards in the game.
So it's a very strong card. It can do arguably the most damage in the game, but it's not busted because of the character. What card is that? What card do you think I'm thinking of?
She-Hulk's thing.
No.
That's a good.
That is very strong,
but it's not. I don't know. In the deck, it works so well. That's probably it's in my top 10. I don't know if it's top 5 for me.
Yeah. Well.
It can
most
do
damage.
Most damage.
Most damage in the game.
Big reveal.
That's not the most damage.
In a single attack. Obviously Beast Form.
Nope, not that card.
Jekyll and Hyde's card.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Forever Hyde.
Yes, Forever Hyde.
Most damage in the game is definitely the Forever Hyde. But it works in the deck. It's not a busted card.
Right.
It's a very strong card, but it's also very hard, and I think that should be taken into consideration. Like, I would consider Beast Form to be better than Forever Hide because it's easier to use, and if it gets fainted, it's more damage. Can you grab Doctor Strange's deck? Because it's like every single card in Strange's deck.
because of his
and it works. His deck works so well with his ability.
Yeah,
which is something that I don't know. That's one of the things that makes him so incredibly busted. Is his cards complement his ability.
Yeah.
Let's think. Wukong has definitely got some.
Budapest Gambit is what Mitosis said.
For most busted cards in the game?
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as game-winning cards, yeah.
Repeat what I said? Because I haven't heard it.
Mitosis commented, he said that Budapest Gambit, as far as a game-winning card, absolutely. Yeah. I think Zero's talked about it in some of his videos, but when you're able to play Budapest Gambit, it's like, and play it, not just if you can play it, but if you can play it at the right time, it's absolutely just turns the tide. Kinshasa as well. Kinshasa is like not a game-winning card, but it can have a huge impact of the trajectory of the game. It just starts the flow of missions, but also if you can play that turn 1 of the game, it just puts them in such a bad position. So Black Widow has some really good cards. Her missions are super impactful. But I would say her most impactful is, if you can play it at the right time, is definitely Budapest. Because it allows you to keep up aggression, random discard from the enemy, and it's just a huge. It can be a huge swing. It's a 6-card differential that you just created between you and the enemy in a single action. So I agree with Mitosis there.
You have.
There's a lot of times when you shouldn't play Budapest, but if you're playing Black Widow correctly in a lot of matchups, and you can find a time to play it a pretty good amount of time.
You're just go one at a time through these right there in the middle. Okay. You can see.
Yep.
You can see.
Yep. Okay.
So put them down there one at a time. Just start talking about them, and I'll add in.
Okay. So let's talk about this one first. An OG. Let's see what we can see. Wait for this to come up. So we're going to start talking about them. Ancient Heirloom. Super strong card. Let's see. Is that centered? That's pretty good. So I don't know if it's centered. Let's see. This is pointed, kind of. That's pretty good. All right, there's a lot of lag. All right, so Ancient Heirloom, one of Beowulf's. It's Beowulf's biggest attack, and it used to be, I believe, the biggest attack in the game. No. It never was the biggest attack in the game, but a very strong card. Plays off of Beowulf's rage ability. So if you spend all 3 rage, this can be up to an 8, and you can't cancel it, which makes it incredibly strong. So a lot of the other attacks in the game that can either boosted attacks or pretty much the biggest attacks are boosted. You can feint it. So even Beast Form, you're taking 4 damage. Or Jekyll and Hyde, you're taking 3. Big Reveal, you're full blocking it. If you feint it, She-Hulks, you're taking 1. Just very, very strong card, and I think slept on quite a bit, the Ancient Heirloom, because you spend basically 2 cards if you use all 3, and it's an 8. And a lot of times people forget that you can't feint this card, so they'll end up taking 6 damage over the top. But regardless, even if they're max value blocking for 4, or maybe, 4 really is all you're going to see. You're doing 4 damage over the top of a max value block. Really, really strong attack from Beowulf. Devil of Hell's Kitchen. Very strong card. Works very well with Daredevil's blind boosting ability, because this attack can hit an 11, I believe. You can if it's the last card, if there's 1 card left in deck and you're able to blind boost this attack with Daredevil's ability, you can hit an 11 value potentially. Unlikely, but also just it's the recycling effect on this. So shuffling 4 cards along with the Devil of Hell's Kitchen back into your deck just makes him an absolute monster, and he can go infinite. So yeah, very strong card, and playing around the 8 too. Like, you'll be surprised how many times you can land the 8 very reliably, because they've spent all their feints trying to feint your devil, and then the last one, they just don't have they're not able to feint it, so you're able to land the 8 into whatever they have left on defense. So very strong card. We all know it. We all hate it, but very fun card. And then we already talked about it, but Beast Form. This is what makes Dracula so dangerous and threatening, and one of the reasons he's still one of my favorite fighters, because the opponent constantly has to play around the fact that Dracula could just dump his whole hand and kill you instantly. So you really can't afford to take any attacks from Dracula, which is what makes him just super threatening. He's not you can't pile on the pressure. He can do it if you pin with him. But in his deck too, he can play a little bit more cagey, attack every other turn or so and fatigue you out, and then just you constantly are the opponent, and you are constantly looking for your lethal, and you can confirm lethal with Beast Form more quickly than pretty much any other card 4, I think, is like the minimum confirmed lethal with beast form. If your enemy is at 4 health, that is, and you attack with beast form, and you have at least a hand of, like a decent sized hand, you can pretty much confirm lethal. But you can also confirm lethal much higher than that. If you know they don't have any feints, and you know what their max value block is, you can pretty much guarantee lethal very, very quickly with beast form. So very strong card. Interesting. You put some Daisy cards in, or some Jill Trent cards in?
Yeah, man, Jill Trent.
She's got some very, very strong cards. This will be fun to kind of rank these.
Yeah.
At the end. We gotta hurry though. Jill Trent. So we got Battle of Wits. Very, very strong card. Dealing 3 auto damage, and with Jill Trent's ability to getting to peek at the top card of your opponent's deck all the time, and just doing 3 auto damage.
Yeah.
In addition to her Hypno Ray Blaster ability, you can get this to a pretty high value.
Yep.
And depending on who you're facing, and you can also just auto damage.
Well, and then with the one value whatever that makes you just the caught red-handed, like just the combo of all that stuff. It's just like
caught red-handed.
It's
such
just
a good card.
It's just it's a mess. Here we go on this side. We got Trash Talk. Trash Talk, so strong,
super strong.
So strong. It's interesting because it's going to cancel. It's a 4 value block. It's going to cancel, and then if you win combat, their turn ends. And there's so many times when that can just absolutely screw you.
Because you were gonna move. You were gonna maneuver away.
Yeah, or whatever your plan was.
Or
right?
skirmish out, and you can't.
Tactical remote scanning.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite. Take 2 cards. You're getting 2 cards from their deck. This is why
it's a pass.
This is why she has to die. This is why you have to kill her ASAP. Because if you don't kill her, she is going to ruin your day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got over there?
Okay. I don't agree with this one. It's a strong card.
Yeah,
but,
that's fair.
We can talk about it real quick. So energizing spray, it's basically guaranteed 1 healing and an action gain. Most people's max value block is 4.
Yep.
So you're guaranteeing doing 1 damage, probably at least, and you're gaining 1 health if you're using Biotic Tonic.
But if you're using it, here's the deal: if you're using it as
bait for Hypno,
right? If you're using it as Hypno,
I think that's not smart.
Then and they take it.
It's really good. It's really
damage.
Good, but also
guaranteed
healing.
It is guaranteed healing. That's true.
Like I think
almost guaranteed.
Yeah, almost guaranteed, but very likely.
Wakanda. It's beautiful. Boost 3. Again, these aren't busted because of they're all balanced, right? We're mostly balanced within the thing.
We should talk a lot about a lot of these, but I think we need to kind of filter them out by most busted.
Because you can go up to a 9 damage. You can also go up to even higher than that when you're fighting certain fighters.
I think the highest you could potentially go is 11.
Are you going off of
2 boost force?
Okay, so
let's say you're
playing Deadpool and you hit his 6 value boost.
Does he have any other?
It's just 1 6 value boost you take, and then you throw there's a 3 I think in there probably.
So 9 boost. What's this? So 12 potentially.
So yeah.
But I think 11 or 12 but unlikely.
Okay, the reason why this card is busted: you're at 1 health, and you have cards in your deck. Immediately, you heal for 5. If you have it all on the board, you heal for 5. You can't die. That's incredible. You can't be killed with a feint. You can't be killed with a lot of things. Pretty awesome. Oh, that's the one card I could have grabbed, Mississippi Queen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mississippi
Queen.
Same kind of thing. She lives forever.
Yeah, you can't kill her.
Complete the mission.
Very strong card.
Super strong. You get to decide: do you boost it? You don't have huge boost values, but do you boost it to a 4? Do you boost it to a 5? Or sometimes a 6? Or do you deal that damage to the other person? That's massive. It's like whenever you have that choice is huge. I'm
gonna filter some of these out if that's all right. I think we got to talk about. We don't have time to talk about everything.
We could talk longer than an hour. We
can
go a little longer.
I gotta go.
Okay.
This is one of the cards because in his package it's what makes him such a serious problem.
Yeah.
Can't cancel it, and he can just guarantee go infinite.
Exactly, and there's 3 copies.
3 copies.
Now, is it going to kill you?
No.
No.
But in the long game, it will.
What's one of yours? Oh, you just kept Strange. You're funny.
Well, of everything that was left,
come on now.
Don't tell me this is broken. Okay, it's pretty broken. So Electra. Yes. Okay, let's talk about Electra. So this is one of the. Yeah, thank you. This is one of the cards. These two. Definitely.
So Electra, she gets to look at your hand, take a card out of it, gain an action. She does that twice. Boom, boom. You're done. You're ruined.
Yeah,
you've ruined your whole life. Speaking of looking at hands and taking cards out.
Oh my gosh, such a good card.
So, he goes into your hand. He takes your card out. And then, guess what? He's seen your hand. Wombo combo.
It's happened to everybody. At least once.
Yeah. You will get...
Eliminate, confirm,
You
combo.
will get the eliminate, confirm combo. And you will take damage.
An insane amount of damage.
And it was 2 passes.
And you lost 2 cards.
It was 2 passes. You lost 2 cards. You took damage.
It's just like... And it's from across them.
What is Sherlock doing?
Sherlock, so busted.
We're going to fly through these things.
Okay, let's go... Let's talk about the Doctor Strange package really quick, because... I mean, these cards are honestly the most busted in the game, or some of the most busted in the game. So, Doctor Strange package. First off, 2 passes. He has 2 copies of each of them. Well, they're really... double passes. And because what they're doing is they're putting cards back in the deck, and you're also net playing nothing.
Yeah.
You're actually gaining cards when you play these. And with this one, you're healing. So you can heal with 2 copies of this, you can heal for 6. So that's, if you do terms in fatigue math, right? Essentially 3 actions in fatigue.
Yeah.
Plus, these 2 combined, 4 passes total. So 4 actions that you have just nullified that you've removed from the game, from your side. So that is another. That's another 8 health.
Yeah.
In fatigue, and then this same thing. So 2 copies. If you start with 7 in your hand, you maneuver up to 8, and then you shuffle 7 cards back into your deck. You've netted 2 cards, but you gain an action, so you draw 1. So you've net gained 1 card, basically back into your deck,
right?
Which is a double pass
because you put a card back in.
You played
and you
played
didn't
a card.
Need an action.
Yep, you didn't need an action, and then you basically gained a potential action later.
The only downside with that, and you can get caught a lot with it.
Yep,
is you're now relying that those new 5 cards plus those new 6 cards will keep you alive.
Yes.
And so hopefully you have some defense in there.
The strat, though, is you go aggressive with Strange initially, if you're able to, and you recycle all the cards, especially this one, which we'll get to, that are key for you. So good defenses and a couple key, like these attacks and the Bolts of Balthak, and you play these later. So what you're drawing later is almost guaranteed to be like a solid hand.
Well, but it could be all reds.
It could also be all reds.
Because you got your bolts, you got your 4, and then you're just... Yeah. So hopefully you have some of your needed cards.
You're also, you're also drawing... And I do like to play Eye of Agamotto as well if you're going first, because you could maneuver away twice going first, and they think, oh, they just wasted initiative. They maneuver away twice, and then you Eye of Agamotto, and you basically put the initiative on them. So super powerful. And then with his ability, this card, it's so strong. You heal for the amount of damage that you have dealt. You and a fighter adjacent to you. Yeah. So all Strange is going to do is walk around with Wong, like holding his hand, and then attack you, recur this card, attack you, recur this card, attack you. And every time you take an attack from Strange, it could be this card. It could be that. Yep. And so you can't take anything that he attacks. Otherwise, it is a 8 health swing. Yeah. So it's just absolutely monstrous. It's huge. Go ahead.
3 wishes.
Such a strong card.
There's 3 of these. You can draw 5. You can make your values 4. You can have them discard 2 cards. It's just a really strong card. Super strong card. Again, because of how good this card is, That's why Genie is as weak as Genie is, because this card is so good, and there's 3 of them.
If you have deck disruption or potential discard, and you can make him discard a wishes.
Yeah, it's so easy for him to have an opponent go to 0 cards that if he had higher values, it would not be fair.
I will say though, like the chances though that you are going to Genie is going to probably outrun you in most matchups. He's going to outrun you and just run away with it. So these 2 cards. I think especially this one,
Yeah.
because that's so impactful. This is harder to pull off.
Right.
With her ability, though, this is great.
So yeah, this is what's cool about this card is, again, it's a decision. Do you smack him for 9, which is a 9
for 1 card?
It's the
biggest that we've seen.
And if you set it up right, then you have the pass that you actually want.
You gain a pass. So this is actually a double pass if you play it, and 9 damage. So really good to play if you know it's going to land.
Or, with her ability, you're throwing 3 for 6 damage, unless you've recurred it, then you're getting even more. But you're getting auto 3 damage if you just chuck it at him.
Yep.
There's so many fighters, you can just throw it and just take them out.
To play
massive. And then, of course, winning, you're dealt 2 damage, and you're discarding 2 random cards.
That's insane. That's crazy. The only thing that is maybe better than that is Squirrel Girl's card, which is insanely hard to pull.
Don't say that sentence.
2 chosen discard.
That's true.
If you can land a 2 chosen discard,
I thought you were talking about
it's a pass and it's 2 chosen discard. That's
that's pretty good.
Really good, but really hard to land.
She's so bad. Give me one.
All right, so we're gonna talk Wukong, classic Wukong. So probably the 2 best cards in his deck. That work in conjunction with 72 transformations. These are 2 of his transformations. Phoenix form and Ox form. Phoenix form, depending on the matchup, you probably are going to be recurring one of these 2 cards with 72 transformations. In general, I think it's preferred to do Ox if you can. But like I said, it depends on the matchup.
Yeah. Because
what you're doing with Ox, it's a 7 printed value attack, highest printed value attack in the game. And it can't be canceled. So if they faint, you're super happy because they're playing a 2 value defense and they're incentivized to boost. So they wasted a feint on a card that couldn't be canceled, and you're doing a lot of damage probably.
Right. Well, and because of who you are, they're potentially going to just take it to the face. Because it could be your 0.
Right. And in conjunction with Wukong's deck, right, he's got so many attacks that you're like probably okay with taking.
Right.
Or want to take, actually, like the Jingo Bong. But this card in conjunction with Wukong, also because his 1 health sidekicks, which he gets infinite of, can play this.
Right. It's an any. Yeah. All of his fighters can play it.
Mm-hmm. It's a huge card, and it's a 2-for-1.
Right, it's a 2-for-1.
The impact of 2-for-1s in the game cannot be understated.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix form, healing pass. He can heal for 3
and recur. All these you can bring back. That's insane. We have Houdini's big reveal, really good in his deck. It's not like, this is what's cool about Houdini is, I mean, he's not busted, right? He's just really well balanced. But this is a very strong card. It can get up to a 9.
Yep. And you're spending 2 cards,
and you get 1 of them back.
Which, depending on the card, you're going to be taking something good back.
Yeah.
Either a 4 value boost,
right?
Maybe a misdirection, which will do another 2 auto
Maybe
damage.
you're taking cards out of there.
Or you could even, for the heck of it, play Set the Stage.
Oh, I forgot Set the Stage.
Set the Stage.
Imagine Set the Stage is right here as well.
Yeah, Set the Stage allows Houdini to
because it's the same
teleport.
power of going in, grabbing their cards, pulling them out.
But you also get to be next to them.
My last one here is Call for Backup.
Really.
He has 3 sidekicks. They can be brought back twice.
All
for
9 of them.
For 9 total. That's huge.
But you just have to get them.
And so as long as he gets this at the right time, it's going to be very hard. Plus his traps. So you have just so many ways of blocking movement, blocking people from getting to you. That's huge. What's your last one?
Yeah, Muldoon positions well is pretty much just death. Last card, and because he's the newest fighter to come out, figured we'd talk about it last. But this card is so strong. You can choose if you have 2 coils. You can attack with it or defend with it. I think typically it's a great defense for for Tesla. You get to max value block for 4, and then you get to look at the top card of their deck and decide Is it worth spending a coil on? Even so, you're taking a card from their deck. You get to look at it, and if it's good, which, let's say it's a 50-50 chance it's good, right? Then you take it. And then if they're attacking you with something huge, let's say someone throws a Wakanda Forever,
right,
or a She-Hulk, or a whatever, right? You get to look at the top card of your deck. If you have 2 coils,
yeah,
you can say, okay, I'll look at that, and if it's a good boost value, you get more value block. So this is typically like a 6 value defense,
right,
maybe even higher. Like average, I would say 6 value defense, which is huge. Or conversely, 6 value attack, which also takes a card from their deck, which you get to decide also if you want to do that. So really strong card, I think. Definitely one of Tesla's best cards.
Yep. It's a good one. There you go, guys.
We didn't do the top 10.
What we'll do is we'll figure that out at some point.
Just late.
But it's late. We are wrapping up this Captain's Log. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. This was awesome. A lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Shoot me some messages and let me know what you guys want to talk about. If there's some topics you want, some questions you have. But thank you for watching. Huge shout out to our patrons, to our Crockpots. We have Shy Guy for Smash, Lasinski, Greg's, O-Town, 619 Sports, Bro, Mantic, and Chick Charney. Thank you guys so much for your support. And
see you guys soon.
Yeah, see you soon. This is, as always...
so tired.
As always, this is your captain signing off.